So I made it back to another live. Um, I think I saw 5 people waiting. So I was trying to make sure that I was on time. What's my hair doing? Uh anyway, this is the video that we're going to watch. Turn some of these lights off. It's a lot of music in the background, so I'm not going to do it's gonna be on mute. But let me see if I can I don't want to miss the chat. So I'm trying to see if I can pull up the chat too while we do this. Is anybody out there? Can y'all hear me? Is the audio good? Is it a stable connection? All those things. Let me see if I can get this going. Mm-hmm. We have 8 people going. Oh. This season, you've got places to go. Y'all know I'm still trying to figure out how to set everything up to where it runs a little more seamless. So I apologize for being janky. Okay, I think I figured out how to see the chat though this time. So we have Brenda. Woo. Y'all testing my eyes. I wanted. No, I'm not gonna get them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna try it. I can't see it. I cannot see it. I wonder if I can see it better here. Long hair, don't care. There's Brenda, Jeep Girl, Mary. Woo, Lord, these eyes, these eyes. Okay, I can't see good, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this video started. So, the video that I found was of when Megan, the day she came home from the hospital with Benjamin, and Tim cooked breakfast. So, I remember watching this video, and it's not a very long segment at all. So I'm just really right now covering him cooking breakfast for everybody. Because, he's Mr. Culinary, right? So this is the only time that I've seen Tim in the kitchen. Anytime past that, it's just always been Megan. So it's going to be on mute, but we're going to watch Tim perform his duties in the kitchen and critique how he's doing this. I wonder if I should move y'all closer. I'm gonna try to move y'all closer. So we see him going through the refrigerator. He just walked himself into the kitchen and hadn't washed one hand. So I think y'all can see that better. How's everybody doing? I'm so excited to be back on another live. But yeah, Tim hadn't washed one hand, and he's just in the kitchen pulling stuff out of the refrigerator, going through the drawers, pulling out bread. Hadn't washed no hands, which I'm not surprised, but I have to bring it up. Now, let's just pay attention to everything that's going on right here. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he gets his arm out of the way again. We might can't see all of it. Hey, how's everybody doing? So Tim has out two different things of butter. He has 2 spare eggs in his hand, plus the rest of the eggs that are in that crate. He has an entire a full thing of bacon, and then he has a full loaf of bread. And this is what he's going to make for breakfast. So I don't know why he needs that much butter. I don't know if one is almost empty or if he's about to just overdo it. But I think he's heavy handed. What'd you say? Guess working the. Oh, Lord, I need bigger words. Because I know y'all are talking. Hello to everybody who has come into the chat. Um, I guess working in the prison. What? Kitchen is his definition of culinary. Oh, definitely. Yeah, the mess hall. The mess hall is Tim's degree, his culinary degree. Let's see if I can back up some. I'm gonna look close up on y'all. Yeah, that's Tim's culinary degree for sure. Is being in the mess hall. I was trying to read some of y'all's comments. Um, let me see. Mm, yep, I can't see nothing. So I see the comments. I cannot read them. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might have to go ahead and give in to the bifocals. I don't know, but yeah, I can't read anything. But yeah, Tim has not washed a hand. Now he has all of this stuff out. So he has two different containers of butter, a full loaf of bread, uh, about a quarter loaf of bread, and then what is this? 14 eggs and an entire thing of bacon. So it's rare for us to see Tim in the kitchen, but we do get to see him in the kitchen right now. So I'm going to let this play some more, but I just felt like this was the perfect video, the perfect cooking video until a new one comes out. But I'm actually thinking about going back and revisiting some of Megan's cooking on that grill. I think that would be a good thing for us all to discuss together. So again, this is muted for anybody that's just coming in because there's a lot of music. But look at all this he has set out. So to me, watching Tim cook is like watching a bull in a china shop. It's y'all will see what I mean here in just a minute for anybody who has not seen this before. He is putting forth effort, but for the way that he talks about people, effort is not enough. He's nowhere near perfection with his breakfast. So he's gonna do the toast first. So that's what he has. That's what he's doing, putting butter on this griddle. But Tim is gonna end up doing enough bread for a starving family of 15. Like the way that the breakfast that Tim is gonna cook today, we don't see them eat anything like this. Like all that bread that he's cooking will be way more hearty than the things that Megan does. And I'm not saying that in a good way. Look at him. Just smoking and going. Now at this point, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 5 pieces of toast are already on that plate. So see how many more he's adding to the griddle? This is overkill. You know, he loves food. Exactly. And Megan can't cook, so this is probably breakfast and lunch for them. But my goodness, look at all that bread that he's lining up. You would think that Tim is working in a diner and people are putting in orders. He already has 5 pieces ready. And he's already put on another, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's not done putting them on. He's not done at all. Just look at all this bread, y'all. We got to go back a second. And yet again, there's music playing for anybody that's wondering. Look at all that bread that Tim has done. Can y'all see it good? Jailhouse cook, yes. The cost is going to... Oh, the toast is going to be cold. It is going to be cold. I don't know why he would do the toast first, but neither one of them, their order of operation is always strange in the kitchen. And Tim just doubled down on the fact that they are the same in the kitchen. He's no better off than she is. Cooking for sale block 6. He cooking for him right now. Look at all of this bread. It's like, ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just ate 6 per plate. 6 pieces of toast per plate. Now this is Tim's version of cooking. Farm fresh toast. So we're gonna put farm fresh toast with farm fresh salt. Like, just look at this. It just baffled me to watch Tim cooking. And I actually started to do this video. It was probably like right at a month ago. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to cover it. So for such a time as this, here we are. I'm like, I got the perfect cooking video. We don't have to watch Megan. We're going to watch Tim because it seems like he tries to clown her a little when he's recording her. So now we have proof of how he gets down in the kitchen. So I'm going to let it play a little bit more, but that's a lot of bread. A lot of bread. And the boys are little right here. They haven't grown into who they are yet in this video. Yeah, now let me cover it up so it can get soggy. Let all the moisture stay in there and it can be soggy. And look at how fast he gave up on putting that bacon on there right. He gave up real fast. Exactly. Who's going to eat all of that? The boys are little. You know, of course, Junior is the oldest, but he's little back then. The way that they feed them now is how they should have been feeding them back then, but Tim is cooking for an army right now. And let me go back just a second because I was running my mouth. So, can y'all see how full that bowl is with eggs? So, it leaves me to believe that Tim did all 14 of those eggs. So, they have a loaf and a half or a loaf and a quarter of bread. And then they have 14 eggs because that bowl is way too full. You can't convince me that he put some of those back in the refrigerator. That bowl is at least like right up in here, right in this area to the brim. That's a lot. 8 pieces of bacon. Let me see, I'm missing some of y'all's comments. Let me look over here. How they making food? Oh, with the lamb food. So I think this was back when they had the lamb that the mother wouldn't take care of. So they would let the lamb, they let him come in the house for a little while. But they had to feed him for like the first few months of his life. So I think that's that lamb's food. I didn't look at the videos around this time, but I remember that happening. So I'm thinking that that's what this is that we're seeing is that time period. So that's what that lamb food is. But that's an ungodly amount of eggs. Let me see if I can see some of y'all stuff from here. 8 pieces of bacon, 24 pieces of toast, and 14 eggs. Yes. And you know he's a meat person, so his meat is way off from all of that other that he got going on. And this is Tim in the kitchen. Hello to everybody that's coming in and to everybody that's already said hello. I hate that I didn't get to acknowledge everybody. But hello to everybody, and I appreciate you all for being here. I really do. That's lunch too. Yeah, that's what I said. It's probably breakfast and lunch. And so if you look at the clock, it says 10:28. So the beginning of this video, they went to go and pick up Megan and Benjamin from the hospital. So he didn't feed the boys before they left the house. So they're playing catch up. This is their first meal of the day. Of course, breakfast is the first meal of the day. But with it being 10 o'clock in the morning, they've already gone out and done things, and he's just now feeding them. And I would imagine he's just as hungry as they are, because he couldn't sneak off and, get a meal or anything, because he's the only parent at home. So he's starving too. So yeah, he's cooking for an army right now and doing breakfast and lunch. But let me see if I see some more comments before I move on. Um, Looks like he's coming for uh, breakfast bar at a restaurant buffet. And he's actually going to say that, like, all you can eat or something like that. Um, you all may be able to hear it. I'm going to see. I can't remember if the music stops before he stops cooking or not. But if it does, I will unmute it. Warm fresh toast. Okay, what is this? Guess working in prison. Okay, yeah, most of that I have already read. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it play some more. So here he is using more butter. And this is how I've always cooked my eggs. It may be something wrong with it health wise, but like I said, everything in moderation. The way that they're cooking those eggs now, it's an absolute no for me. No seasoning, no butter. Just put it in the skillet and wish for the best. Or hope for the best. It's a no for me. So that's 14 eggs. And look at the boys to this day, and this is Junior, to this day, still having to set up tables. They didn't graduate. They did get a larger table, but they didn't graduate any. Life didn't get easier for them because Tim went and got a new table. I won't say dinette set, I'll just say table. Still to this day having to set up tables and chairs. Tim have a mean scrambled egg. Tim is just in there just shoveling stuff and just slapping stuff and just a bull in a china shop, like I said. Don't forget to. Thank you so much for reminding everybody, Sunshine. So yeah, it's Tim is like a bull in a china shop, and then the boys have not graduated from having to go through this to eat a meal. So this is 2 years ago, and they're still having to do the same thing now. Tim went and bought a brand new set for the boys, only for the boys to have to do the same thing to eat. Put table and chairs up, take them back out. Put them up, take them back out. And I know prisons are set up to where everything is almost stationary, so they can't fight with it. But he had to have picked this up from somewhere because it just don't make sense. And you go back and watch this stuff and just realize that history is truly repeating itself out there. They're not learning from anything. No wisdom is being gained out there. They just keep doing the same stuff a different year. Right. Nothing they do makes sense. Literally nothing. And you can drive yourself crazy trying to rationalize it. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all thinking? Because rational people are trying to make them be rational people. And it don't work like that. Tim and Megan are just, ooh, they make my head spin. And I don't think that they're the only people on earth that live like this. It's baffling to me, though. Before I went live, I saw somebody, one of their subscribers, made a comment in one ear and out the other, so I don't even remember what it said anymore. But just still more negativity about boo-hoo, you don't think like me. Let me whine for a little while because you don't like the same show that I like. How can I be mad at you because I like going over there and watching it and you making me feel some type of way? That's all it could be. Anybody that goes over there and enjoys Tim and Megan should have nothing to say about anybody else. Only the people who are on the fence, like, whew, I don't want them to be right, but I can kind of see it, they're going to speak up and have something to say. They're fighting it. So, anyway, I'm going to let it play some more, but I thought it was very interesting to see Junior having to set up this table and chairs. And fast forward 2 years later, his dad goes and buys a new set, and he's still having to set up a table and chairs. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. And it is a very sad situation. It's very sad. The people that talk about this are talking about it, yes, Kool-Aid drinkers, because we can see. Everybody here can see. And nobody likes that. Nobody wants to see kids mistreated. This table and chairs is not big, but can y'all imagine before every meal that's what you have to do? And because you live with a dad that acts like he does, you know that you can't get by without not setting it up. It's going to be a problem. You're going to have a bigger issue if you don't do it. Meanwhile, he in here cooking up the whole kitchen. Poor baby. But see how small Tim Jr. was then? And he done cooked all that bread for those babies. What'd you say? And then I do not like the way that Tim did this bacon. Like, everybody has preference, but that it still looks chewy to me. That bacon still look like it's ready to walk. It's too tan looking. I like crispy bacon, but I can eat just well done bacon. It doesn't always have to be crispy, but it can't be rubbery. If I bite into it and it feels like calamari, keep it. I feel like it's not going to be done enough. But he started out putting that bacon down on that griddle, and now it looked like he scrambled the bacon like he scrambled the eggs. So this is Tim in the kitchen yet again. Some people lack discernment. We see right through them. That exactly, that's the difference. People with a limited level of understanding are have to stop touching it so it's not transparent. Always the easiest to fool. I agree. And so that's why I had asked before, like, not just like-minded people, but maybe, oh, I'm not gonna say it. Or how can I say it nicely? Maybe everybody went to the same classes, you know, something to it, because it's like birds of a feather. Is he pregnant? Yes, he is. He has a 12-month pregnancy with meat, and he's gonna have some more meat. Yep, Tim is full of that for sure. He is definitely full of that. Nasty griddle. Yep, nasty people. They are just nasty. It's probably the only time in Tim's life that he calls the shots. No matter. Oh, you know it's the first time. Ridiculous it is. You can tell that this is Tim's first time of calling the shots. That's why he overdoes everything. He feels like he has to be extra to get the respect that he wants. And then he just talks down on anybody else. Tim Fresh Farm. I'm not reading that out loud. They do need to introduce fish into their diet. They need to do that expeditiously. And, you know, Tim used to talk like they went out there fishing in their own pond and would get fish. We haven't seen that in years at this point. It's probably been 2 years since he went down there and did pretend fishing. And then he never talks about fish. Like, I don't even know what kind of fish was supposed to be in that pond. But even that would be a good reason for them to vocationally get off of that property and go fish somewhere else. Not go to the grocery store, but fish somewhere else, because they do need to introduce that into their diet. Goodness. Let's see. What is this? Use the wood burning stove since he dragged it on so much. Ooh, Tim, and that, and you know, the last video that I covered, what was it? Oh, with Megan, going to her doctor's appointment, at the end, she's talking about she's looking forward to sitting in front of the wood burning stove at the end of the day and watching it. She had to say something to appease him. That whole video was about her, and she still had to find a way to make him feel good. And he wouldn't even come in the living room and acknowledge her presence or talk to her about her day. And she's talking about that wood burning stove. Anything to make Tim feel like he's superior. Megan needs to take Timmy boy to the storm. Yeah, well, she would get some act right out of him because he's scared of it. The way he sent her down in there to clean up, Tim is scared of that storm shelter. If they had a real storm, he would be the first one in there out of fear. Fear is the only thing that's going to drive him down in there, though. He's going to have to be more afraid of what's above ground to go underground, because he sent her into the danger zone and didn't care nothing about it and filmed it for everybody to watch. Look at that counter, it's just dirty. Got stuff everywhere. Ugh. Yeah, that bacon look like it's ready to get up and walk off. I can't eat that type of bacon. I mean, bread, and more bread. Do you want to have some bread with your bread? Let me see if music's still playing.
That's all for me. All you can eat on IAG Farms. Got what y'all think, boys? What y'all think about that layout? That's all for me. All you can eat on IAG Farms. Got Mississippi toast. Got farm fresh red eggs. I think I can eat that much. And we got a little.
Okay, so instead of farm fresh toast, it was Mississippi toast. So you were close, but Mississippi toast. So we got Mississippi toast, 14 eggs, and a teaspoon of bacon. I mean, a teaspoon of bacon. And who do y'all think got the most of that? Those boys may have been lucky to split a piece of that bacon. Just rubbery. Tim, no, he needs to stop lying about culinary anything, and he needs to be whooped for even saying it in the first place.
Bit of bacon, not raised on the farm, but soon, man.
And everybody does not season their eggs, and I don't even eat eggs like that anymore. But when I did eat eggs, I seasoned them, and I never see them season eggs. That bothers me. I don't know how to eat an egg. Well, really, I don't know how to eat anything that's not seasoned. But eggs to me need seasoning in it. Pastor Tim is eating all of that. Staaycation, another live on with it. Yes, I'm trying to do better, y'all. Like 2026, I said I was going to do better with the channel. So I'm sticking to what I said, and I'm trying to make different improvements on it consistently, so that it'll be here for everybody. And I'm still doing research on how to do the what do you call it, panels. But I think that's going to require for me to learn some software. So it'll probably be one guest at a time. Now, I maybe within a live can have one guest at a time come up, but I don't think I'll be able to have it where it's like 5 or 6 people at one time until I learn how to work some software. That's, baby steps. Free Megan. Yes, free Megan, or Megan, free yourself. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tim, stop. Stop. Okay. Yeah, that tucking. I think he had to go back and watch himself on some of these videos to realize that he needed to stop some of that. Wants him to eat mostly bread. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure those baby's plates was full of eggs. And at the end of this, we will see Megan come in. He cooked for her, but he made her fix her own plate. So we'll watch her fix her plate, but nobody else's plate do we see. So, someone had mentioned before we never see Tim's plate, and we won't see it in this one either. But he doesn't even show what he fixed for the boys. So, oh, remote in my hand. I'm just looking for it.
So, all right, y'all ready? Yes. Good. Y'all gonna fix your plates. All right, Mama.
All right.
Guess see what you think about this meal?
Oh yeah, it looks delicious. There's just something here.
I can't tell if that's the camera that's foggy or that's the house that's foggy.
It might be a little bit smoky in here.
So did y'all hear that? He said he don't know if it's the camera that's foggy or the house. And Megan said it might be a little bit smoky. That's what he was literally in there doing, was burning. Had stuff just flame up high. And that bacon still is not well done. As fast as he cooked all of that, the bacon is still not well done. Stop blocking the comments. I wish them boys could get in Little League. They definitely need an outlet. Like, those kids, I know the way that they go outside and play, they would love athletics. They're athletic boys. And it's sad that their dad is depriving them of that. He's more worried about them, keeping them working for him so that he doesn't have to work. And he's really shooting them in the foot. My husband, when I came home from having our children, we always had things. And that's what a real man would do, is have everything on point when you come home from the hospital or from anything. Like, just treat me like a lady. If you want to be treated like a man, can you treat me like a lady? Like seeing Megan in this house coat. When do we see her dressed like that? And I'm not saying she should be on film in her nightgown, but it just seems like the things that we've seen him film of her is more of t-shirts and leggings, like she slept in that as well. And here, fresh out of the hospital, she has a new robe. And I actually have the same fabric and pattern. I think it came from, I don't know where it came from, to be honest. But it's not made like this, but it's the same. It's a nightgown and it's the same fabric. But I can't remember where I got it from. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, what am I missing? I love your content. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Guys, roast him with his giant pot belly. That belly is there. Hello to everybody coming in. How is everybody this evening? I finally left my house for a few minutes and drove up the street to the store. And I was like an old lady clenching the steering wheel, like, oh, please don't slide off this road. Most of the road is clear, but you have those areas that are still in the shadows. And the shadows are always in the worst parts of the road, where it's an incline or a decline, and you just see yourself just sliding off the road. So I had a little cabin fever, so I had to get out. But hopefully tomorrow the sun will get rid of most of this. That's my wish, my hope, my prayer. One of their subscribers, send it to her. Send what? What did I miss? Sent her the... Oh, yeah, probably did send that to her. I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain that they did send that to Megan. I don't see Tim. I would bet money that nothing has come on that farm for Megan since she quit her job. That's what I would say. We haven't seen anything. Now he had to be talked about for Megan to get like the tights. Well, what do you call them? I call them tights, but whatever. Tights. I'm just gonna say tights and t-shirts and stuff that she got had to be talked about for that stuff to show up. And she wore that stuff till it was worn out. People outside of that family care about her more than he does. And he just showed that in the last video by not even being concerned with her health. It's just like, care about your wife a little bit. Addicted to the one. Thank you so much, Jesus. Y'all forgive me in my reading. My eyes do not work that well. Then I have a light pointed at me. And the way that the names be kind of in two separate lines. Yeah, I'm gonna do better though. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Treated like a queen. She's not treated like a queen. But let the people get under the comments and they'll tell you that you gotta be jealous. I'm jealous. Something that Tim is doing for Megan, we're supposed to be jealous of. I don't know what that is. Y'all let me know if you know what it is, but they said we have to be jealous. Farm fresh hair too. Oh God. If I get started laughing, I will not stop. I used to laugh myself into asthma attacks. Oh goodness. I'm not getting ready to go there with y'all. I'm not going to do it at all. Yes, farm fresh hairdo. But it did look like she had washed that piece out the other day. They just can't go outside anytime they want to. Not hey, and they can. Yeah, the babies have no freedom. Tim will make it seem like they do after he gets talked about, but they don't have any freedom. They do not have it at all, and it's just sad. We need to go find me to send you down there to do Megan's hair. Tim wouldn't let me do it. He's. I know he's offended with me at this point. He wouldn't even let me near Megan. But would I do it? With the best of my abilities, I would not just do her hair, but teach her some things that she can do herself, because not everybody does hair. And if you're a hairstylist that cares, that's what you want to do, is leave people with lessons. Like, let me teach you how to do this, this, and this. Let's find some hairstyles that work for you that you can maintain yourself, especially with her being locked behind that gate. What can I teach you that you can do for yourself to keep yourself up, to put less stress on your hair, but to look presentable? Like, y'all are recording history down here, and this is what you're looking like. Even with that hairpiece on. She reverted to the exact same hairstyle with that hairpiece on. What is this? Janice Register? I hope that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, boy, my eyes are straining. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you guys. But yes, I would do the best that I could for Megan, to leave her with some knowledge, because Tim supporters think that not talking about them is showing support, instead of pushing people to be better people. Me, growing up in the area that I grew up in, I grew up around people who stretched you outside of your comfort zone. They didn't just let you be mediocre. They were people who had raised my mom, elders in the church. They were pillars of the community, retired school teachers. And they're not going to let you just, be mediocre, do your bare minimum, and say that that's good enough. They didn't allow that. So I don't know how to meet people and allow that. If somebody comes to me, even at my grown age now, and is teaching me something, I have to be willing to be taught. I have to know for myself, I don't know everything. But they think that you're downing Tim and Megan for wanting to see better out of them. And I just don't understand that. What's saying? Megan should do locks. Locks would not hurt Megan at all. Um, you can at least buy a lady a hat or something. Something. Buy her something. Give her a couple of wig options, full wigs, something. Like, showing up on Harlem. Yeah, Megan looks really rough out there. I'm gonna talk too long, and like, if you don't play this video, I'm gonna let it play some more. Since it's one to go off.
Should be a moment to savor. And we're ready to
I'll say by commercial. But yeah, she does look rough out there, and Tim doesn't care. Yes, thank you guys so much. Like, seriously, if Megan shake past the Tim, her hair will grow crazy. Yeah, if she get rid of that stress, her hair will bounce back. Because she still has hair on her head, but it's breaking off real bad, and I know that that's stress. Trailer, when she was pregnant, he gave her that that Miss what? Yeah, Miss Geraldine hairstyle. I do. I remember Alan giving her that state board due. Let's see.
Dad's IAG kitchen. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Gotta get that jelly on that Mississippi toast.
Gotta get that jelly on that Mississippi toast. He's so proud of what he did. What do y'all think of the breakfast? Y'all let me know. He is wrong for taking her down through there, but something is going to take him down through there. Huh? What's this about midnight? What you mean? Tell me what you mean about the midnight. I don't. I bet she did. I bet she had a nightstand in that hospital. When Tim had to leave and go home, she had the time of her life. Do you hear me? The nurses came and got Benjamin. They took care of him. Her body was having to heal because she had a C-section. And if you felt that pain, you know that that's not a holiday. But she got rid of her headache for a little while. So I know she had a good time in the hospital too. I'm still trying to figure out what that squeaking at midnight mean. Not Gerald. I know. Yeah, we called it the state board do. I don't think they have to do it anymore, but when you go to cosmetology school, they used to teach you a standard hairstyle that everybody had to do because it had a lot of different techniques in it. So it almost came out looking like got that day. Yeah, not too many people tell me that they still have to do that state board do anymore. So I think they upgraded it, but that's what it looked like to me. So Geraldine in the cafeteria. Be Megan Simon. see the way she thinks and moves. She's not any better than him, and I agree with you on that. My thing with Megan, though, is that I still see a victim. So, you know, I had a friend. That was in a really bad relationship, and I didn't know she was in a bad relationship until she came and told me. Now, after she tells me, and I'm aware of it, as your friend, I have to make sure you're good. So I'm going to constantly check on you, but then I'm also going to be telling you, you don't need to be in that situation. You deserve better. Now, I know a lot of people like to say, stay out of people's relationships, but it depends. If they're being hurt, how are you just watching it happen and not speaking up? So she did get out of their relationship, but the very next lady that he dated is no longer on this earth. They were together maybe a couple of years after their relationship, and it didn't end well for her. And she was carrying his child. So you have to be able to see people, like really see their situation and speak up on their behalf, because a person can beat you down and belittle you until you don't feel like you're worth it no more. So who's gonna fight for you? So I do agree. She's a grown female and she could make better decisions. But if you just take the cameras away and actually look at her situation, she's been isolated and ostracized from everybody that's close to her. The last video that we saw, I just covered with her and her mom, of her being around people that are her people, whether it be family or old friends. That's all we've seen. Now, Tim has shown his mom, he's shown his dad, he's shown people that he served time with. None of that for Megan. It's just her. Her entire existence, what he allows to be her existence. And so I have pity for that, because I've seen it on people and I've seen where it has led people. Free will. She should muster up all the strength in her to fight for her and her children. And I believe that that day will come, but it's just not here, right now. It's not here. He has successfully beat her down to the woman that she is. And when I say beat, I don't mean physically, even though that could be, but I'm not saying physically. I'm just saying he has beat her up mentally till she don't fight for herself. I'm impressed. I am annoyed. He ruins everything. He does. Nothing about their breakfast was impressive, but he's bragging his Mississippi toast and her getting some jelly. I hope they stay for their style. I hope they did too, because it was awful. So at the top we had to do these pin curls with the bobby pins, and you had to, turn them certain ways, but it's the way that after you set the curls and stuff in place, it's the way that you had to comb it out to make it be that style. And it was the style that he gave her pretty much. It's just this part up here, the curls would be just a little tighter, but he gave her a skateboard set. Raw farm fresh bacon. That bacon is definitely raw. It's, he let the heat touch it a little, but that bacon looked like it's ready to get up and run off at any minute. Yeah, nobody would physically be able to rescue Megan. She has to, like, up here and in here get fed up and fight for herself. Then you can come to the rescue. But if you try to rescue her because you tired of watching her go through it, she definitely going back. Or never leaving. She's just going to, consider you to be the common enemy. She's not thinking straight.
That's good. Yeah, that's look good. Let me get work.
All right. Enjoy. Where's Benjamin at in the crib? That's in there.
Here's my swap.
So he let Megan fix her plate first. Now he's going to walk past the boys who are sitting there looking at him and starving and go and show us Benjamin. I mean, he's true to his nature. He's still the same person. We watch him do this all the time. So Noah, who don't play about his food, looking like, okay, we're not getting our place yet, and then now their heads are watching them go to another part of the house. Mind you, he woke them up, put them in the vehicle to go and pick up their mom, and when they got to the hospital, it wasn't just picking her up and leaving. Megan had to pass gas before they would even sign off on her leaving. So they had to wait around for a little while before she was able to leave the hospital. Then they have to come home and watch him be a bull in a china shop to cook that breakfast. Now they watch their mom fix her plate and they still waiting to eat. They still do that stuff to this day. We still watch them do that to this day. Yes, Megan just had a baby, but her kids still should have been fed before her. She probably ate breakfast before while she was waiting on them to come and pick her up. But those boys should have plates in front of them. But nope, he's about to show us Benjamin first.
Oh, but I figured he ate something, but you.
Let's see, Benjamin. See what you got going on, bud.
Yes. Oh, well, yeah, she should have breakfast in bed.
You gonna get them?
So I agree, she should have had breakfast in bed. And that was what I was saying when he first called her in there, like she's having to fix her own plate. He cooked breakfast, but he wouldn't even fix her plate for her. So she's having to get up on her feet and come in there and fix her own plate. And so, to me, he was cooking for himself to make sure that he eats. He wasn't really cooking for nobody else. So, the least you can do is come fix your own plate. He absolutely should have fixed her plate for her. But look at Benjamin. He don't look nothing like he does now. Megan, you just tell him how to read children's books. I'll believe that. I will believe that any day of the week that she teaches him how to read. Should have had breakfast in bed. Yes, I agree that she's a victim. He has emotionally beaten her down. You can just look at how she presents herself and know that she's a shell of who she used to be. And then they made the mistake of showing us those pictures. She has lost her self-esteem. Yep. Still. Her husband. Yeah, after you've been manipulated like that, it's with you. It sticks with you for a long time. And if you don't go seek some type of mental help, or decide for yourself that you're going to have a better life, you always are going to just, woe is me. You're always going to be thinking that. Hello, I'm glad that you made it to this live. Yeah, I had a few people tell me that they had missed the first one. With Tim is down. Why can't he take one of the boys with him just to get? That's the question of the century. Why doesn't Tim take one of the boys with him when he goes into town so he can have their one-on-one time? For the boys, that would be everything. Tim doesn't want it. And then nobody knows what Tim is actually, what all he's doing when he goes to town. So somebody said that they don't think that the meals that we see them eat is all that they get out there because of Tim's size. But I believe Tim's weight gain came from all of those extra trips by himself, eating wherever he was eating. Tim controls that money, so he has access to go and eat what he wants to eat while he's gone. You don't know if Tim sat down, didn't record it, but ate a steak or something. You don't know if he went through McDonald's line. You don't know if he stopped and got some Chick-fil-A. Nobody knows. But he's definitely fluffier than everybody else out there. So, and then any other thing in between. Nobody knows why but I felt like he wanted time to himself that is unaccounted for. Needs to deep clean his soul. He does. That's why I said I feel like this baby right here would be the one to make him break down to his knees and look up. Because he don't play no games. I would love to understand her mindset now. He literally holds her hostage. Yeah, they have some people who have survived these situations, and not just marriages, but there's even I can't think of her name right now, but she was kidnapped and ended up having kids with her kidnapper, and she has survived that situation, and she went through her period of just glad to be home and then grief, but she's a happy person now, but she had to go through those stages of getting out of that situation. And so we can only imagine where Megan's mind is, but it's possible for her to recover from that and be a whole person. I just hope that we get to see the day that happens. Yes, Elizabeth Smart, thank you. Y'all be I have 50,000 senior moments, like we trying to recall words and stuff, and just like, whoo, not today, not coming to me today. But yes, Elizabeth Smart. Um, Tim is sneaking food, most definitely, and there's no arguing that point. If all that they're eating is what Megan is cooking, he's getting some extra from somewhere, because there's no way that he's going to gain weight on those meals that she fixes. Family and I know what happened to Real G Media. Now, somebody else asked about Real G on the last live, or no, they didn't ask. They told me that his channel was not up anymore. I didn't realize that. It seems like, though, when I remember listening to him, that he said he had multiple channels, so he could have just been focusing on one of his other ones. But I believe that's what I heard him say, and I hope that's what the case is, because I literally didn't know until my first live the other day that and does anybody even know, like, when his channel disappeared? I remember him getting on here cussing and fussing. It's been some months back now, but he said somebody had tried to get his channel taken, and he was able to keep it. And I don't know if he had any more issues, or I'm not sure, but I hate to hear that. Attachment theory. Many of us allow certain relationships based on our early attachment. Yeah, that's the same as them saying, like, I can't think of what it's called, but just women who don't have their fathers in their lives, and how people will capitalize on that. And that's what a lot of us feel Tim saw in Megan, for them to be where they are. Like, he saw the vulnerability in her, and maybe even being naive to some things, and just took advantage of that. Stockholm syndrome, yes. The musky cult leader. Watching live, just able to comment. Hello. And thank you for the Cash App earlier. I saw that right before I went live. I was looking through my notifications and saw the Cash App. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Y'all just be so sweet to me, and I don't know what to do with it sometimes. So I really appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let this play a little bit more.
A form of breast milk. He opened his eyes and I said breast milk. All right, boys, let me get y'all's place fixed, and then we're gonna eat. All right, boys, y'all ready? Yes, sir. Do this. Yeah, y'all just get protected. And then just sit right there where y'all got chair.
Okay, so we can watch this play out, but I'm not gonna keep it turned up because I really was just focusing on Tim cooking in the kitchen because we hadn't seen that. And I think I want to do some of Megan when she was on that grill before they moved into Emma, and that cooking situation and the sanitation that was going on. I might be too violated, so those videos might violate me too bad because I can just remember looking at just the work surface of that stainless steel table and how grimy it was, and it was sending me that you are putting your food on this and that looks like that, and we don't even know what has settled on that surface, but it's horrible. So maybe I'll be able to do it. Family farm. What is that? Flimsy table. Year after year, went from one to another. But let him tell it. He did something awesome. Farm fresh charred carrots and fish. Yeah, I know those boys' stomachs was growling in probably an hour and a half because they already had been waiting on that meal for too long. So it just satisfied them for a little while. They probably woke up to growling stomachs. I hate to see people mistreating kids. I saw a story on here. I think I watched it last night of CPS coming to a family's house because the little boy had bruises and they saw him at school. When they asked him about him, he said that his dad had done it. Then they went and found the siblings and asked them, and they said the same thing. So then they go to the parents' house, and the dad is denying everything, but they were wanting to talk to the mom and the dad separate, and the dad kept saying, we're a couple, you're going to talk to us together. You could just see the guilt on him. And so it bothers me to see children get mistreated. Why is Megan up already?
Together over here, and we're just excited to be back home, and they're already deep into a project, as you can see behind me. So I'm just gonna turn the camera around. And
her voice is not even strong. My grandmother used to always talk about go sit down somewhere before you have a setback. You know, we would tease her back then because we're young, we think it's funny, but the older you get, you realize they knew what they were talking about. Trying to do too much too fast. Your body has to heal. And here she is, and he probably called her in there to hold that camera. She knows what her limits are. I'm sure he called her in there to hold that camera the same as he had her feeding them after her hernia surgery. It should have been put together. You're absolutely right. That's the stuff that you do. What is it called? Before the baby comes home? Somebody put it in the comments, but y'all know what I'm talking about when you start getting everything ready. That should have been put together. Nesting. I knew y'all would tell me. Nesting. And so it should have been together a few weeks before she went to the hospital, and Megan's delivery was scheduled. So it wasn't a surprise. But that's who she's married to. And yeah, we know. He's Tim. Tim needs a bleach and Epsom salt bath. Whew. He needs something. He needs something. He have a culinary degree, and none of them can cook, let alone season meat. And that's the funny part, because he gets on here and records all of this, so now he can't argue with anybody because we see for ourselves that he can't cook. Did I miss a super chat? says. Did I miss a super chat? Was it Amanda? Thank you so much. I saw that the number was different up there, but I didn't even. I'm so sorry because I don't know how long ago that was, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me go back and make sure I haven't missed nobody. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate everybody so much. Um, let's see. That wig show had it. Oh, I missed some of these comments. That wig show had enough. You had to keep saying that because for some reason, YouTube wanted me to okay that comment. But yes, that wig has had enough. It has had enough. I see a lot of comments and they not bad to the point. YouTube will block. So who is blocking them? It. So, was you the one with the wig comment? Let me see if I can show y'all this real quick so y'all will know. Cause I haven't blocked anything, and I am so new to this that I'm trying to make sure that I work out the kinks. So I want to show y'all this real quick. So if you can, that light's always in the way. But if you can see the screen right here, like right here, it's giving me the option of see if y'all can see it. It's giving me the option of showing the messages or not. And I haven't gone through and made it to where people couldn't say certain things, so I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to have to research it, but I'm going through now and hitting show on everybody's stuff because when I tell you that this is new to me, it's new to me. But I don't know why it's doing that, and it's a lot of them. Tim built like... Oh, Megan have mean Japanese road game going. See, yeah, I don't know why some of these are not showing up because they're not bad comments. So it has to be like, I'm going to say AI because it's surely not me. I can't even read half the stuff to be blocking it. Yeah, Megan free herself. Like, that's not a bad comment, but it's asking if I want it to be shown. Time wants what? Megan to live. Like, what is this? Time wants Megan to live the... I think it's supposed to be Tim wants Megan to live the cult life and she doesn't want to, but that one was not showing. Somebody tell Tim to stop tucking his pants. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through and all the messages that have been hidden. I'm gonna... Oh, that was it. So I got all of them. I don't know why I was doing that. I really don't. And if any of y'all know why, let me know. Tim's breast milk, that one was hidden. Yeah, I don't know. She wants to prove to Tim that she's healing first and ready to get baby daddy. Only one honeybee. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm trying to make sure that everybody's messages are showing because I'm not the one that's hiding them. So I really don't like it at all. I want everybody's messages to be seen as long as it's not any trolls in here. So yeah, this the changing table should have been put together, but you know, Tim being Tim, he put it off to the last minute, and now he's making content of it and making Megan film it, being himself. Seems like Megan is wearing Stevie Wonder's hairstyle. Oh God. Woo. Oh my goodness. And the reason that that's so funny to me is because you've seen over the years how Stevie Wonder's hair has thinned out more and more. So it's like his hairline is just, it's not even there anymore. So yeah. And she just don't even try to do better than that. I was looking for Real G the other day. Right. I can't remember the last time that I saw Real G because I haven't like watched. It's rare that I get to watch other channels because if I stay on top of this and keep content coming out, then it, takes up the time that I could watch something else. And so I've lost track. And then for some reason, time has gotten away from me. So even when I remember him saying that somebody tried to get his channel taken, I can't even remember like when that was. Like months ago. I know it was months ago, but I can't remember how many months ago. I'm so confused. But I hate that. Fifth. Okay. So I'm gonna get back to the comments now. I was going through with everything. Um Justice for the flimsy table. That table is gonna get its own justice because it's gonna buckle one day. Um like I said before, it was Miss T Ideas that talked about boiling too much water in that kitchen and that wood is going to buckle one day from that moisture. It's just going to collapse one day. So it's going to take care of itself. All we have to do is sit back and watch. Oh, look at Benjamin. Oh, he was so tiny. Hairline was better then than it is now. Aw. I don't want to hear what Tim is saying, but he looks so precious. That's when you know somebody to mess your hairline up when you got one as a baby. Aw. Boy, he grew up fast. He's so tiny. He is so tiny. What are y'all saying? I missed something. Tim got a mean hairline. Boy, does he. Only one honey. Okay, I think I caught up. So y'all were just seeing if anybody knew. I thought somebody had the answer and I missed it. Yeah, I really don't know. And I can't remember what he said his, if he like used to say what his other channels were. Didn't he say though he had other channels? Seemed like that's what I remember him saying. You'll never find dun, 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 a forehead like mine. Taught me. About real sturdy baby furniture. A changing table is better than the dinette set. Yeah, he never did hold Benjamin too much. He held him more then though than now, but he didn't hold Benjamin too much. Right, she didn't know she was pregnant. She knew. She knew. She was too big. And as soon as she told us, her stomach just exploded. It's like one day you can tell she's pregnant, and then after she says it, the very next video is no denying that she's pregnant. She knew. She felt Benjamin in there doing all this right here. I know he was kickboxing in there. She felt it. But that timeline just it was too much to admit to. Like, whew, Lord, if I tell them now, they gonna know. They gonna know. So they waited 3 months until after they got in Emma to make it seem like it happened in Emma. But Short Bus over here gonna ask her how far along is she. So now people gonna do the math. If he hadn't asked her that, it may have not come out until the end, or people would have assumed maybe she had him early. But when he asked her how far along she was, you can't deny nothing past that point. It's out there. Put so much money in all of the equipment he doesn't use, but boys paper frame. Right, all of that equipment that he has out there, Tim just had to have it, and that's what makes me think he has ADD or ADHD because, well, I'll say ADD. There's no hyper in it, but he's infatuated with things, and as soon as he gets it, it loses its luster, and now he has to go on to the next thing. He'll show 1 or 2 videos of that new item, talks about it no more. He needs the next bright, shiny thing. Meanwhile, his family is in the same house with him, getting mediocre or nothing. You know, we could still all go back to the Disney trip and him saving money on the very item that the boys wanted. Him telling us about it, them building up to that moment, and then he went the cheap route on them. But he never goes the cheap route on himself. It's sad. It is greed. You're definitely right about that. He's a greedy, selfish person. Very greedy, selfish person. But my son has ADD, and when he gets obsessed with something, he doesn't know how to focus on something else until that's done, you know? And then as soon as it's done, he's the same way. It loses luster for him. Now on to the next thing. And that's what I see in Tim is gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, I got it now. What can I get next? I'm not even going to talk about this no more. I own it, but I'm going to make my family do the hard work. Just stupid stuff. Yeah, it's, what, 170 people in here. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I'm glad to see y'all came back. I really appreciate it. Um, I'm always trying to, what does it say? About that only shows that. thinking that you saying that they were thinking that people wouldn't put it together that they were that far along with the mentality. Tim probably still don't care to this day, but I know Megan did. Um, because every time he asked her that question, she was hesitant to answer how far along she was. I'm loving your chat. Me too. I always love the chat. You know, it's good to see it in real time, but even when I have to go through. Now, that Christmas video that got away from me, I probably won't ever get around to responding to those comments because it was so many. But hopefully I will. But I try to get back to all of the comments. Sometimes I'm a little slow because of the way that they come in. Like when you go to the app to respond, you can think that you're caught up, and then you can go back a few days later and it'll refresh itself and it's a whole new set of comments from like days ago that you know was there. And so that's why y'all see me sometimes respond late. When they come in later and I respond later, it's because I didn't know that they were there. Is that video? Oh, just trying to make sure don't nothing else play. Megan's smile looks forced. Her smile is always forced. She's just not a happy person. I think she herself is a happy person, but she doesn't have joy in her life right now. So, you know, there's a commercial that used to come on where people have on the fake smiley faces over their face, and behind the smiley face they look depressed. That's Megan putting on a fake happy face for everybody. Can't believe he got her out of bed. So have you seen the video where she had her hernia surgery and he had her feeding them food on her feet as he drove her home from the hospital? Megan had to climb into that big truck, get out of that truck, walk up his mom's steps, and stand in his mom's kitchen to serve them food. Then go back down his mom's steps, climb back in that truck, and then go home to climb up their steps and get in the bed. Okay, so this is a whole new video. I'm not gonna cover this. Or is this the same one? I'm not gonna get into another video, so I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll leave it on Benjamin. Yes, please thumbs up the video. I would appreciate it. Thank y'all for reminding everybody. I know that channels have moderators, so I'm going to have to do that. That's something I'm going to have to learn how to do, but I do need to do that. I appreciate y'all so much. She is definitely a vibe. I'm a vibe? No. Y'all gonna make me feel good. We on you go, man. Oh my goodness. Tim has that Medea shape. Yeah, that's probably why he worked it out. He's a monster. He is why her hernia did not heal correctly, and I'm convinced he didn't want it to heal correctly. Tim could have allowed Megan to rest. It's almost like he was angry at her for wanting to be healed, wanting to be better. So he just immediately forced work on her. You know, we had to talk about Tim like a dog before he made that fake video acting like he was letting her get some rest. But Megan didn't get any rest after that surgery. She didn't get time to prop her feet up and let herself heal. She literally came home. It's like he wanted to make her pay for even laying down on that operating table and giving minutes of her day to her body instead of to him and the chores he had for her. So since you done laid on this hospital table, you got time that you got to make up for it. So you about to feed us when we get to my mom's house. And then when we get to the house, I got stuff for you to do. You got to make up for this time that you put on this table. I had to feed the boys. I had to worry about what the boys was going to eat. So you're going to have to make up for that. That's what I think. You tried to reach out to her? To Megan? Tim doesn't deserve a wife at all. But you say out loud and people call you a hater. Not that you care about Megan. Your hands are full at the moment. You must be doing a project over there. Pastor Tim left. Megan would heal real quick. She would heal fast if Tim left. She definitely would heal real fast. I remember my pastor talking one time. It really didn't have any, it wasn't biblical at all, but he was just saying, like, you can tell when people are in a bad when they end up getting a divorce, and you see the person that was going through the most have a glow up, and it can just be a weight on you. And Megan needs that. She needs that day that weight is lifted up off of her. Because he's definitely taking her through there, and it's unnecessary weight. You reached out to her sister? I know they have to be worried sick about Megan. Like, to see that video that I covered, and they just seem like a really happy, close-knit family. And I know that they have to worry about her. Even though they see her on those videos, all it does is confirm your worst fears. Yes, he should have taken her home first. He absolutely should have. And if he and the boys wanted to be at his mom's house and let her rest, that would have been perfect. But for what he did, he's so wrong for that. So wrong for that. I believe that they can do a second hernia surgery. I don't know for sure, but she was saying that like she could have gotten that mesh, so it wouldn't. So that, to me suggests that they could do it again, but she didn't get the mesh. Oh, you sent her sister one of my videos? Which one did you send? Which video did you send her? They become more complex. Yeah, I could see that. But it wouldn't do her any good to have another surgery unless she gets out of that relationship, because he would do her the exact same way that he did her this time, her ruin it. He doesn't want to see her body healed, even though he claims to, be healing it. We know what type of healing he's really doing over there. Right. He said he healed her, but He only like goat milk in his cereal. Anything, milk, the meat, anything. I know there are people that like goat meat and they say that it's really good, but I'm scared of it. I don't think it's bad meat. I'm just scared of it. I don't know how to yeah, I'm scared of it. Signs how not to show love. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing, is showing them how not to show love or compassion towards their mom. No, the video yesterday where she went for her doctor's appointment, she was talking to Junior, and it seems like he didn't really acknowledge her. Was talking to her, Noah was talking to her, but it seems like Junior was just kind of, you know, like it was an option to answer her or not. And get there from is their dad. And Megan will do them the same as she does Tim and overcompensate when they do something that they shouldn't have. And she was before, like, it would have been nice for Benjamin to be a girl because she's the only female and it's all men. She feels lonely. She doesn't have anybody. Right. He is not anointed by anybody but his own mouth. Noah does need the most help, and they do that because the looks that I see on Noah's face, he just always looks like he's so confused. He just looks confused a lot of times, dazed and confused, like he wants to figure it out, but it just seems like some things be going on around. It might be taking him a little too fast. Yes, generational curses need to be broken, but Tim is doubling down on anything that he feels like he went through, and then I think he's even creating some new generational curses, some for his boys to pass down that he didn't go through, but they're definitely need to be broken. What is this? Another message Tim gives off. Smelly odor like a skunk when he makes. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that, so I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that one. What is this? Tim is behind. He already a bit challenged. Went to jail. Got even more behind. I'm having to go through and press show on some of these messages that they're hiding again. I'm going to really have to figure out why this happens. But it has to be AI because it's not me. Oh, what is this? What's this? G.A. Leo, thank you so much for the super chat. She hadn't looked at it yet. Yeah, and you know, when you have a family member that's going through stuff like this, she may not open it on purpose. You may be, running from the conversation or either overwhelmed, like too many people. Anything could be possible, but she could not open it on purpose. I know that they have to worry about her. She burned some bridges. That's, just think about what it takes to pay a house off, and then your family give you that house, and then you let a man talk you out of it. Then he takes you and isolates you down there in the country, and then now you're an educated woman, and we'll have you down there like you're a human mule. He doesn't allow for you to do the things that you used to do for yourself. He's taking your income. He doesn't let you fix yourself up. I'm sure some reasons why they, don't have a good relationship with him. He does brag about the simplest things. That's how we know his mental state. That he's impressed and wants to impress people with the simplest of things. Yes, we would love to see her have a day. Tim doesn't want it. He don't want Megan to feel good about herself, and then he don't want her sitting in somebody's chair and they just so happen to make her feel good about herself. He don't want nobody to whisper to her and make her remember who she is. So he's blocking all of that. Yeah, those chores. I don't see any of the boys. If they have options, I don't see any of them sticking around. I wouldn't. I would not. Yeah, can you imagine seeing that little trailer down there and knowing that that's what he's subjecting your daughter and your grandchildren to? That that's what he wants them to stay in? Got a structure down there that's half built and it's about to get cold outside. He worried about cutting limbs down instead of what y'all are going to be housed in right now. To watch IAG sent a message about Megan being pampered, and he replied, asked me what made me think like stuff like that, and deleted my comment. So he said something similar to that under my comments when I first started talking about Megan's hair. Like what makes you think that she wants that? And then that's when he said something stupid about weave. I can't remember what he said. But I'm like, nobody said anything about weave. Her own natural hair could have something done to it. Don't look at my hair and think that because I have extensions in it that I think that that's all people can get. But it wouldn't hurt Megan right now. She needs a protective style so that hers can rest and come back. Yeah, I used to delete my messages too. I only left 3, and I only remember one, and that was me telling him that he's triggering. And the others was just like me commenting on stuff that I saw that I didn't like. He never responded to me, but my messages always got deleted. Yeah, he wants them to feel like that's the only way in life. He's limiting them on their education so that they feel, well, when they try other things, they won't be able to succeed at it because that's all they know. Farm Fresh liar. Oh, all of this Farm Fresh stuff. Oh, you're asking if it was true about the house being sold? Yeah, that the videos are still out there where he talks about it. I can't tell you the name of any of them, but Tim has videos where he talks about selling that house and that it was his son's inheritance. He recorded these, so this is not things that people had to go and research. Tim recorded it and put it out there as content. But he doesn't look at it as being bad, so he probably was shocked when everybody else was like, "You did what?" Trying to get to the back to the original question. Is it true the house in the city was really Tim Jr.'s that they sold? Yes, it was Tim Jr.'s inheritance house. That's very true. Very true. And it's very telling, like, that a father would do that. Why can't you leave that house? If you want to be out in the country, fix that house up and rent it. Don't get rid of it. Keep that in the family. That's your son's inheritance, not yours. So, yeah, it's very true. It's sad. Yep, and the shoe's gonna be on the other foot one day, and Junior's gonna be able to treat him some type of way. Oh, Tim, he and his wife have access. What is this? Yep, he sold the baby's house for Emma. I'm sure that her mom came down there to visit with her daughter, but the dad probably couldn't bring himself to be down there because he knew words would be exchanged, and it probably wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, that's why they upset. That's what I'm saying. You let a man talk you out of your family property. He not bringing nothing to the table, and he's draining you dry. Even though he said he was the prize, but he's not bringing anything to the table. And Megan allowed for him to take her son's inheritance. Keep hyping up that trailer. That's what he does. He hypes that trailer up. you know, if that trailer were their only option, so be it. But he took a house. They had a house. And he could have made that house better than what it was. But he didn't do that. He decided that he wanted to invest in Emma. Tim, he's so prideful. He didn't want anything that somebody else could hold over his head or take from him. He wants to be in control of everything. That's what I believe. Yep. Talked about all these log cabins that they were going to get, 2-story this, and he ended up getting that trailer. And maybe I should cover Emma getting delivered again. What she looked like. I think that's what I should do. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever covered Emma getting delivered, because that was the video where I first started watching them. I covered them going and looking at the model homes, the log cabins, and all of that stuff. But I never did cover Emma getting delivered, so I need to do that. I never heard about the trailer without seeing it. Yeah, bought it without seeing it. He feels like that's a sound decision. Spend all that money, sight unseen. then hyped it up. Now Tim would go and take old windows out of Emma and say that they upgraded, but when they first got it delivered, he made it seem like those windows were perfect. It just needed a little lipstick on it. Let him tell it. But now that he's actually doing upgrades to it, he can admit how bad it was at first. Written all over his face. No, Megan didn't want that trailer. And that's why I say he just keeps pulling the wool over her eyes, pulling the okey doke on her time and time again. And she just, yeah, yeah, you know, like she like it, knowing she don't. Knowing she don't like it. But it's home now, so she's got to make it do what it do, establishing more meat abundantly. Yeah, we're not going to let that one go because that's definitely all he's doing is establishing more meat abundantly. Nothing else. Free Megan and the kids. I believe that that's going to happen. Sound like Porky Pig when he squeaks. Downgraded for nothing. I mean, he could have taken that house and fixed it up. He could have added rooms to that. He could have, everything he did to Emma, he could have done to that house. No, she didn't like the dining table, but you could definitely read that on her face if that's what y'all were talking about the dining table. When she's leaning up against the sink area, you can just see the wheels spinning in her head. Like, what did he go and get? But she couldn't say nothing. She can't, be honest that she don't like it. Yeah, she have to make Tim feel good. I think my mic is going out. Put that down. She has to make Tim feel good. Y'all entertain each other for 1 second. I'm running to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. He doesn't bathe And that's not even a debate about that. That chair proves that he doesn't bathe regularly. The back of that chair, where the headrest is, the arms of the chair, and the back of the chair down by the feet shows what it looks like when Tim sits in that chair. Yeah, he needs to sit down in a tub of water and let that old skin get real soft. Then he needs to exfoliate. He needs a new hide. I miss. Her womb is tired of Tim. She said nothing else was coming out of that womb when she went to see the doctor. Not getting your notifications. I'm late to the part. Oh, I'm sorry. So I put up on the what is it called? The community page. I think that's where the notification goes because I set the live up earlier today. So it's supposed to, yeah, send out notifications that there's one scheduled. So I tried to do it enough hours in advance where, you know, it would let everybody know. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, she was mad. He definitely got caught. Got caught doing what? I don't know. But he got caught doing something. Turn this way now since we're done with the TV. He definitely got caught. I can't imagine what that room smelled like. I don't even want to think about it. Whew. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Hygiene is poor out there. I would like to be a fly on the wall too. I would love to be a fly on the wall out there. What am I trying to... Can y'all still hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you. He was startled. You could tell, like, he didn't know. And then, who was it? One of y'all said that there was a second phone on the bed. And when I went back and looked, it did look like there was a second phone on the end of the bed where the blanket is folded. When he got up, it looked like there was another phone there. It was shaped just like a cell phone. Yeah, that patio door, it's a disaster to me. Megan's phone that she can't have. Maybe, but she was recording him on a phone. And she said that she had called him on the way there. So I don't know. Because she had said to him that, how did she put it? When she repeated what the doctor said about the surgery, she was like, well, you already know, um, because I called you. He was like, yeah, but it's not real if it don't happen on camera. And then that's when he did that stupid whatever. I used to say that all the time that they needed Grandma Lily's trailer. I don't know what made him get that single wide. I don't think he even thought about a double wide until he saw his mom's. And he was in his feelings about hers. Tim felt direct competition after he saw his mom's house with home coming together. And I always said, not that Grandma Lily needed less space, but they should have had equal amount. Yes, too. That was you that said that. Yes, about the two phones. Yeah, I went back and looked at that, and I could see the two phones. Um, which is very interesting. Seeking another womb. No, you can't tell that there's a woman staying in that trailer. The way that it looked in this video is slowly disappearing. It's starting to look more just like Tim. He did try and take over Grandma Lily's remodel and make it be what he wanted it to be, and that was so irritating to me. Like, you can suggest different things for people that they might not know exist, but still it's their decision. So after you introduce it to them, if they say that's not what I want, then that's not what they want. Don't be trying to give it to them and force it on them. As we see what they look like now with all that open shelving and stuff just everywhere. Nowhere to store anything. And that's the very thing that Grandma said she wanted, was storage. She didn't even care about ripping some of that stuff out because she wanted to keep it as storage. She know how much stuff she have, but she don't want to look at her stuff all day. No longer pastor. That season is over. Yep. Right. Talking about so she can't be slamming doors. Meanwhile, he's running around there doing whatever he want to. Tim's energy is very dark. You can just see it in his eyes. Before he even opens his mouth, you can see it. And then when he starts talking, You know it's there. Then watch his actions and it just confirms everything. Yep, thousands of dollars for himself and won't spend any money on his wife. Thousands of dollars for himself. And then these are things that Tim doesn't even utilize daily or weekly. Yes, he tried to slow Miss Grandma Lily down. Um, Upset if she had done something that he didn't get on camera. And she was worried about making herself comfortable. She wanted to move into her house and feel like she was in a home. And I've said I do the same thing. I walk in hanging up pictures, uh, putting rugs down, and just making it feel like a home. It's a house until you start adding personal touches to it, like family pictures. Jesus is watching Pastor Tim. Indeed, he is. Yeah, she gave Tim a side eye. She also would get like a stern look in her face. Like, you gonna make the old me come back out. You gonna keep playing on this camera and make the old me come out. No, it's probably not the real reason he wanted open shelves, but that's the story he gave. That was his story time. Is that Megan used to slam cabinets when they argued, so he didn't want them in this house so that she couldn't do that to him anymore. That's what he said. She gave a look. You talking about Grandma Lily? Because she had a look. It should be all about him. You're right. I think a lot of people have suggested that Tim rename his show because it should be all about him. That's what it is. Grandma Lily was a sweetheart, and she brought some normalcy to their show because everything that we're saying about this married couple, she made everything seem normal. The boys had somebody that would hug them, kiss them, uh, acknowledge them. You know, she showed actual affection towards them. Um, she didn't talk at people; she talked to people. Her conversations were gentle. If she was speaking about the Bible, she knew what she was talking about, and it was coming from wisdom. All of that's gone now. IAT Farms, that's it. IAT Ranch, because they don't have they don't have vegetables yet. We'll see if that garden ever gets planted. IAT Ranch is what it should be. All about Tim Ranch. I guess we can't have farm fresh if it's ranch, huh? Yeah, they used to have a garden. When I first started watching them, they had one with corn and potatoes. That's all I remember is corn and potatoes. It may have been something else planted in it, but they did have a small garden. They just didn't keep it up. And it's in the exact same place that they just put out at pig manure. About the fried rotten veggies. Yeah. They had I think they had let the corn go too long. And Grandma Lily had to tell them that. And yet again Tim was like they got too busy and let the corn get away from them. The same as he said about those chickens. A lazy person will always let stuff get away from them. He didn't want to do it. Out there wasting money and pretending. Doing communion for grace. You know, it's only so much that we have to say because God is not going to be mocked. He's not going to let Tim play with him. And then Tim is in front of millions of people because, you know, anybody that comes across those videos for years to come will watch that foolishness. And that's what Tim wants to put out there for the world to see. That's what he wants to be an example. But he's saying all about God. So for a person that really don't know about communion, that's what he's teaching. God is not going to allow that to go on for too long. I grew up with gardens also, so and we didn't live on a farm. So I'm just so surprised that they have not had a garden this entire time. That would have taken care of a lot of their hungry days. Do you know how many baked potatoes they could have eaten on the grill instead of baked cakes on the grill for dinner? Corn on the cob instead of a baked cake, or all those little puddings and pies that Megan used to make on that grill and call it dinner. She could have made a vegetable stew from their own garden and could have fed her kids. No meat had to be present because they didn't have the meat then. You could tell they didn't. But she could have made them a nice vegetable stew from their own garden and kept everybody fed. Yeah, vegetables aren't a priority to them. And even now you can see that they just kind of sprinkle them in here and there. They're not a vegetable eating family. I don't see how you can eat meat like that though. I don't see how you can. It's a lot of lost people. So I had asked this question before, like when you don't have a lot of book smarts, do you know that you don't have a lot of book smarts? Like, is that something that you know? Or do you think that you're swift? I'm curious about that because it's like a whole group of people that are just high-fiving each other with not being educated. How dare you talk about him and they don't know no more than he does? Exactly. Who want a cake tasting like smoke? But that's what they used to do and brag about it and then say it was dinner. And as long as Megan had put something in their stomachs, she didn't care what it was. And I think I was still living in Vegas at that time. And I would be coming home from work and trying to watch them and I was just mind blown like, is that all she's gonna cook? Jesus, is that it? That's when my head just start going sideways. Like something's not right about this picture. Yeah, I remember Tim bragging about how much he made on here, and back then with his numbers being how they were, he probably was making that. I know, it looks a little different now because things have slowed down over there. He's putting out more content, so he's probably staying as close to that number as he can. Um, but yeah, I remember him making those statements. Thank you. I try to stay on point. This I've watched this show for a few years now, so um I have not seen every video that they've done, but I've seen the majority. And then after I started doing the reactions, I went back and tried to catch up on the older videos that he had put out to fill in the blanks, because I realized with doing the reactions that I'm reacting to what I'm seeing, but what is the history that goes with this? So when I went back and watched some of the older videos, it gave me a better understanding. Um, so I just try to hold on to things that I've seen, because we're always having to put puzzle pieces together with them. But it's nothing like going and watching those old videos, because there are things that you forget, and it's just like now that you've moved forward in time, it's just like, oh, I see the full picture now. You know what? That could be a point. So I wasn't the one that saw the second phone. Miss T Ideas is the one that saw it, but she put it in the comments under the video. Um, that is a very strong possibility that he had that other phone and then put it to the side when he noticed that she was coming, but the phone was still visible. And I don't think he thought that part through. So even when he gets up and walks around the bed to talk to her, you can see that phone. And I know I missed it, but she's in the room. So I know she saw that phone. And is that a burner? Is that your burner phone? Is that your hiding phone? Where do you keep it usually? Just makes you wonder. Yeah, you're gonna go back and watch the video of the phone. Yeah, when he's laying on the bed, you don't see it until he gets up and starts walking around to stand in front of Megan. That's when you can see that the phone is there beside him. So it's the area where they have the blanket laying across the foot of the bed. The phone is laying on that blanket. So when he gets up, it would have been sitting like down towards where his hip area is. And he leaves it on the bed when he gets up and walks around. So you're right. That's a very good scenario of what could have happened. I just know she walked into something, and I know that the energy was off, and I couldn't put two and two together. Um, but you could just feel the energy through the screen. No, the way that I see their relationship now is like Megan was a stepping stone for Tim. She helped him to come out of that rut he was in that he couldn't get past on his own because of his past. And that it's more of a convenience type of relationship, because there's literally no affection ever between the two of them. And if you go back and watch a video and you can say that you've seen it 3 times, that's 3 times too little. So then you know that he's out there just playing. There's no affection between them. And I think that the love is one-sided. Megan shows love for him. He doesn't show it back for her. What does it say? He could have been on the phone with somebody else. Like, anything is possible. What we do know is that he had that phone in his hand and he wasn't paying attention to any of his children. And his wife was not at home. Then there appears to be a second phone present. And what would it be for? So, yeah, anything is possible because he was in that phone. I mean, he was in it. And he needed alone time to be on that phone instead of being a parent. I don't know. I don't know what we witnessed, but we witnessed something. Yeah, that phone was important to him in that moment. And he still didn't come out of the room after she got home. He didn't follow her into the living room. He didn't follow her in there where Benjamin was. She said she fed Benjamin before she picked that camera back up. Still no Tim, nowhere. So was he finishing up his conversation? Was he too embarrassed to show his face? Like, where did he go? Where was he? He didn't end the video with her. What happened? He did have that guy caught look on his face. Like when he's standing there in front of her, I've never seen him look so intimidated ever. Ever. That look on his face is priceless. Like, he don't know if she about to go off, if she about to say something, if she about to yank that phone, like go through the phone, like what. He looks spooked. And he's trying to keep the conversation going about her doctor's appointment, but his eyes are saying everything but that. He looks terrified. How she don't even have one phone. She has a phone in her hand. I don't think that she gets to have it all the time, but she has her own phone. So when I think it was a Godcast, like probably the last one that they ever did, and they were sitting on the sofa, and his phone died, and he asked her where was her phone, and she pointed back there to the kitchen counter, and he gets up to go get her phone, and said he needed to look up whatever the scripture was he was looking for. So she does have a phone, but she probably have to share her phone with the boys and everybody to make sure that she's not. And then her friend that made the video the other day said she used to text Megan on her phone. So she had one. I need to plug up my iPad. Gotta plug in my iPad real fast. Sorry about that. iPad was about to die. Yes, he did have the look of a guilty man for sure. Yes, Benjamin went hungry for hours, and then Tim is not even concerned enough to see if he can find something that he might eat. He just leaves him in that room by himself and goes in there by himself. This is your infant baby. Hadn't eaten since his mom left, and he's not concerned. He places no importance over his older children eating, and he just put the baby in that same category. That's just sad. It's irresponsible. But he makes sure that his belly gets something, even if it's just coffee. What's the title of the video? Which video? The one that we're talking about with the with him being on his phone. To be honest, I don't know the title of it, but it's the last video that I just did a reaction to. So, you probably can go, you can look at that video, you probably can see it in the captions when I pause the videos. It should be up there, the title of it. Or better yet, it's when she went and had Benjamin. So that's the video. I mean, not when she had Benjamin. When she well, yeah, it'd be hard to find it that way. Yeah, the all I can think to tell you is to look at the writing from when I pause the videos. She was the luggage carrier. Yes, she was the luggage carrier. She carries the luggage 24/7. She carries the entire burden for that family. Now I know a lot of times that's what moms do, but Megan's is extreme. Yep, she's the luggage carrier, bag lady. Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus, dragging round them bags like that. That's gonna be Megan missing her bus. I always try to cover his mess. Yeah, I believe he's made her be that way though. Make him look good. Don't try and make me look. uh, I can hold the tune. Don't try and make me look bad. Make me look good. If you have to make yourself look bad, make me look good. That's what I think he does. And he's done it to her for so many years that she knows now. I always make sure that he looks good before I do. Don't be trying to outshine him. You know, there was the video where they were sitting on the sofa talking about scriptures, and she knew way more than him, and it showed. And that's my song, bag lady. Yeah. Yes, that's gonna be Megan, or that is Megan. Even the vacation, Megan was the pack me. Yes, just worked her. Megan didn't have a vacation. He had her in the kitchen cooking. She was packing the truck before they left. He bought the bags out, but he made her pack it. She was unpacking the vehicle. She was carrying the bags around the amusement park. She didn't have no vacation. She was just there with them on vacation. It's like she was the au pair. Everybody was there for a vacation but Megan. The title is What's in Your Phone. Hmm? Is that to me? The title is What's in Your Phone? No downtime. Nope, none. I found it for you. The title is. Oh, that's what I named it. What's in your phone? Yes. My video is called What's in Your Phone. Um, so yeah, you can go to that video to look up there and see what the name of theirs was, because I don't know the name of it. But hopefully you can read it from the screen when I'm pausing it and you can see it. Thank you so much. I'm slow over here right now. Yes, that's the name of it. And one of you all requested for that video to be covered. So I went thumbing through until I found it. Thank you. I see now. Being slow. Yes, Megan and the boys carry that workload out there. We never see the boys sick, but I know that they have to get sick because you can stress your body out until your immune system is so low that it can't fight anything. So I know that they have to be feeling awful at times, and he still makes them do what he should be doing. Yes, au pairs do get downtime, but not Tim's. Tim's have to work around the clock. Tim don't need no more children outside of what he has. Yeah, I see y'all telling me now that was for people asking about the video. I was being slow. It says I wonder if Megan today thinks about 25-year-old Megan that was crying about not having a husband and children. I know she does. And I don't think that she regrets her children, but I know that Megan thinks back to that day that she decided that that was her best option. She has to. That dinette set alone would have done it for me. That dinette set would have been enough for me to be like, this is what I chose. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am, it sure is. That's what you chose. Yeah, Tim doesn't allow sickness unless it's him. How many times have we seen him say that he needs to take a break so he can get some rest? He sprained his ankle. He hurt his back. He can get sick. He can have downtime, but only him, nobody else. Nobody else can show weakness. Nobody else can feel bad. Nobody else can need a moment to themselves. Nobody but him. He claimed he's been getting rest now before he started his next project. Who else got rest out there? Well, why is it still doing that? I don't even see. I can't even find the message. I saw it pop up, but then it disappeared. I don't know what that was about. Tim bought Megan's hand in marriage. Where did he pay for it though? It seemed more like she paid for him. Well, what is these messages are still coming up? Listen. Yeah, I don't know what's being said that the messages are getting taken away because it's not showing me those either. Is it anybody saying something bad, real bad? I'd like to see Pastor Tim bring 4 babies into the world. He did that. He definitely brought 4 into the world. Are you meaning 4 more? He was. She did imply that he would have to find a new womb. She said out of this one. So yeah, I took it that same way. She said out of this one, like not that they weren't gonna have anymore, but she would have a fit if he had one with somebody else. Pastor Tim reading the wrong Bible. I don't even think he's reading a Bible because Tim, his interpretations of everything is always wrong. It's not like he's hit and miss. Tim's interpretations are always wrong. Always wrong. He has a really bad understanding of things. Anytime he says something and tries to apply it, everybody is just looking like, that's really what you got out of that, Tim? That's really what you got out of that. Tim said he don't read the Bible much. Well, I'm glad he admitted it because we sure can tell. She knows he wants the full cult life. He about to have it. Um, I mean, really, right now they have a full cult life. You know, they say God, but we're watching them practice some very weird stuff out there. They're locked away from everybody, and everybody out there has to do what he says. They have to do it his way. Nobody has free thinking out there but him. Nobody can pop up at home one day and tell him, look at what I got today. He's the only person that can do that. Yeah, when you go back and look at it, it looks like he's trying to hide that phone. I didn't see the phone. That I missed that. So not until Miss T Ideas put it in the comment section, and I went back and looked at it. I'm like, you sure right. So then it makes you look at everything a little differently. So had I seen it when I did the reaction, I would have said something then. I didn't see it. So that's the good thing about going live and being able to talk about stuff, because we all see things the other person doesn't see. And I didn't catch that at all. But it's definitely there. And up until he got off of the bed, like he was trying to hide it. And I think he forgot about it. He didn't know how to swoop it up in that other hand. Right. Yes, he definitely stole that Bible. I can't. The Bible was one of the things, but I can't remember what all he was trying to cover in that video. But I couldn't get past the Bible. I just couldn't. I'm just like, you're talking about this like it was gifted to you, but you took it. You stole it. Your mom didn't give this to you. You took it from her. And then you have it on display like you're proud of it. So you're still a thief. You can't tell people that you've changed and you still are displaying the exact same habits. Not look like the deer. Yeah, they need to be a case study. Some things could be learned from this situation right here. And then stomping it around all around the house. After get on the bottom of the clogs, walk it all over the house. Yeah, it was just his way of keeping control by taking her vehicle. Tim needed full control, and Megan gave it to him when she had the accident. His feet popping out of those Crocs. And he won't even go buy himself something that actually fit. That's sad. Free Megan. He has been punishing her for a while. I agree with that. Find Megan's hairline. She leave that husband of hers alone. I bet you she'll find her hairline again. I bet you it'll bounce back. I can't imagine the amount of stress that she is under out there. Yeah, he took her settlement check and bought Rooster his vehicle and then said it was hers. That was his way of rectifying taking her money. He said Rooster is hers. And we all know better than that. She don't need him, but he does need her. They are practically a cult. You're absolutely right. Yep, it's very sad. Goat Master. Some of the followers call him Daddy. They might as well call him Daddy. Anytime they come over here getting in the comment section, that's what they might as well be saying is Daddy. Daddy told me to say this. Daddy told me to say that. It may as well be what they call him. Only thing Tim can lead is a herd of goats. I can't imagine what those tubs look like. So I noticed that they haven't shown the boys' bathroom since he completed it. But they were in their bathroom I think it was where Tim was cutting everybody's hair before the vacation, and he started on his first. He made sure that that curtain was shut. I already knew what time it was when I saw that curtain shut. I'm like, yeah, it must be pretty filthy in that tub. Yeah, anything that we can't see, it's gonna look horrible because they barely clean what we can see. That washroom, I can't imagine what it looks like. The boys' closets. That's the whole point, is to bring awareness. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you see it and you don't say anything, then you're saying I agree with that. And so for anybody that comes into the reaction spaces trying to say the opposite, it's fine for you to stay over there and be okay with whatever he's doing. But you can't get other people on board. If we were telling you we don't like that, there's no reason for you to be speaking up and saying anything. You should just be like, okay, they like something different than I like. Exactly. See something, say something. I bet the tubs are clean because today he said they don't clean themselves every day. Did he say that? He said that in today's video? That would be a good reason for them to be clean. Yeah, if you're not bathing yourself every day, then why would they be dirty? But did he say that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I don't know. Did he admit that? The truth sets you free. If he said that, I don't think they're bathing at all. Look, you can see through the screen. Like, I used to just sit there and look at how grainy their skin looked and know that baths were seldom. Then when we finally laid eyes on that chair, I'm like, see, I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. And anytime Tim puts his arm in the shot and we see this part of his arm, and it just always looked gritty and like oily, and like sweat has dried 50 different times on it. He never looked like his skin had been rubbed and exfoliated. It's very easy to spot when people are not bathing properly or at all. The boys don't know any better. So, we see something eating away at their hairlines. And yeah, if you're going outside, you're messing with animals, you scratch yourself out there, you come in the house, you touch this, you touch that, and at no point have you washed your hands nor taken a bath. You just spreading everything everywhere. And now it's going from one person to the next, to the next, to the next. Oh, I missed the dental work. I guess he didn't want to cover that. I guess if he covered the dental work, he would have to probably address why it needed to be repaired. So let's leave that conversation alone. You're right. Anything Megan does, people are gonna like it, and that's what started her not even being able to do walking talks and stuff, because too many people were liking it. Tim was getting fussed at and critiqued, and everybody is liking Megan. They're listening to what she has to say. She's talking about the Bible. She's, just being a likable person. He didn't like that. He snatched that camera from her real fast. He said, do y'all remember when they said they had fleas who believes they're gone? Yeah. That's why I'm like, those animals, and they talking about eating them. From the pond on back is just contaminated. Anything that they touch is contaminated. They find a way to just slime up everything. And they could have fixed that trailer up to be a homeschool room. Tim could have bought another mini split and put in there to keep it heated and cooled. And they could turn that bedroom into an actual bedroom. Instead of trying to make Happy Camper something to sell to people, allow it to be used as a homeschool room so that you can add square footage to the inside of your house. You think he'd be proud of his wife? He has too much of a jealous heart to be proud of her. He doesn't have genuine love in him, so he doesn't know how to be proud of her because he's in competition. He wants to be what Megan is. If he says he's a preacher and he knows the word like he's supposed to, his wife can't be speaking up and showing him, outshining him. So that's the problem. He's building a porch that has indoor amenities. What are the indoor amenities? Yeah, nothing out there is healthy. It can't be. I always attribute the animals making it as far as they did because um, Tim was not taking care of them. The boys were. How long have I been on here? Where's the time at? Oh, 171. Okay. Yes, he's jealous of her because they have direct competition. Megan is not competing. Only Tim is competing. That's what I was trying to say in that video right there. He cannot honor God because he thinks he's God. It's like he cannot humble himself to anybody else. So grace, I'm not saying grace to nobody. I'm not thanking nobody for nothing. I'm the reason that we got this meat. I'm the reason that we should be thanking each other that we can eat. Me. That's about me. It's not about God. So, yeah, that's what I see too. Yes, he has a God complex. And that's why he can't um give Megan her props. He is in competition with his wife, and he lost before he even got started. Tim lost before he even got started competing with Megan. He'll never, ever, ever compare. First of all, he can't humble himself enough. He won't study. Um, I don't know. It's just so many reasons why he just no. It's a no. What is Spencer's? Is that a department store? She frustrated. Yeah. That's what Spencer's is? Oh, okay. It'll be interesting to see if those chickens made it. He held the Bible upside down like Trump. Oh. Oh, God. Y'all are a mess. Yep, God is going to humble him. Yes, it should be called It's All About Tim. God is going to humble him, though, because you're absolutely right. Yeah, he claims a lot of things that he is not. This Our Fave channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. He boiled water. Yeah, anything that Tim doesn't put on film, nobody believes because we know how he is. He lets no good footage go Just like when he got the boys bicycles, I didn't believe it until he actually showed the footage that he had actually taken them to get them too. And that's the person we all know him to be. He's going to show it. If he doesn't show it, we don't believe it happened. You just telling a tall tale. Hey, living life to the fullest. Did you just make it in here? Nope, the truth is not in him at all. He don't know how to tell the truth to save his life or even his kid's life. Sharon, you about to lose your Sharon, you about to lose your phone again. But yes, you are right. He is not a baby, so therefore, I don't think he can read either. Are y'all talking about a recent video like boiling the water and stinking like this because of the weather? What, I need to go watch a video? Yes, those views are down. Um yeah, people are waking up, and once you wake up, you don't know how to go back to sleep. So he'll always be needing new subscribers because people are seeing him for who he truly is. But y'all be on. I missed it too. Like, are y'all talking about a recent video where he said he was not smelling good? Took a bath in a pot. Okay, I'm gonna have to look these today's video. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. I missed that sneak peek. Oh, okay. Yeah, it probably was weather related, because I do remember was they were having, was it power issues the other day or water? Something like that. So I can see that it being weather related, but yeah, it's still certain things I'm not going to say. So I need to see this myself. I got to go watch it. Y'all are clowning. Yes, this chat right here. Oh gosh. Smoking with funk. Woo! I swear. I know it was freezing too, and I saw him trying to make excuses for it, saying that it's insulated underneath. But it doesn't matter that it's insulated underneath. You still need that underskirting. The water is off. Yeah. But he wanted to be down there in the country, right? Like, it's just something about hot or warm water hitting your body, you know? It's irreplaceable. It is irreplaceable. The relaxation that comes after a good shower or a good bath. You know, I just don't see. I really wish. Oh, who y'all are off? Y'all are off. He has city water. That's what he was saying. Like they could get well water, but they were saying that the well water was contaminated, so nobody down there uses the well water. But then he was like, that was hearsay, so he don't know if it's true or not. But that's what his neighbors had told him, is the well water was contaminated. So they have city water. Everybody wants to know the bathing situation when they were living outside. And I think it was multiple channels that was asking that question. Like, Megan had her job at that time. How was she bathing? And how was she presenting herself to her co-workers? Was her hygiene on point? Tim and the boys were out there on their property, but Megan had to be around other people. Yeah, we all question that. I have to pray every time after watching Tim. Tim will make you pray. He will make you uh remember that there is a God, because if not, he pulls some other emotions out of you. So you have to call on the name. You have to. He irks me. Yep. Me too. I don't think her hygiene was the best back then. Like, let's just think about even where are her clothes being kept, because your clothes are going to have some type of smell to them too. What do they smell like? When was the last time you were able to wash your hair? What does it smell like? How many times have you sweated and let it dry up? Just what are you smelling like? Truck stop. Yeah, people that do van life will get Planet Fitness memberships so that they can shower regularly. But, what he's saying he did for them now would have been the perfect time for that even back then. Like, if you got to do a sponge bath, you need to be doing something. Don't ignore it and act like you don't have to do anything. Mm. So when he said he put on a pot for Megan and the baby, he didn't address anybody else and what they were doing for hygiene. Did he make it seem like they were the only two that needed it? Like they can go days without it? Like, I'm gonna have to go watch it. Probably as soon as we end this live, I'm gonna go watch it. Yep, she just wanted a husband, and she got that. Oh, Gideon definitely needs one. I did see the video where they had bought him in the house for the weather, and he's in his kennel, and you can see the prints he's leaving on the bottom of that kennel. He needs a bath. The only bath that well, I don't even know if he got one then when they took him on vacation, because 1 minute Tim is saying he needs one, then he's like, look like he got bathed. So I don't know if he actually did it or not. He doesn't make it important for himself, so he definitely is not about to for an animal. I swear. Oh goodness. Woo. Oh, y'all on one. Lord, I can't wait to watch this. The way y'all describing it, I cannot wait. I can't do no cold shower. Do y'all think he really did one? Or did he show where it looked like he had done that? Whew. Oh goodness. And he said no. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't see him getting no cold shower. Like, to preserve my propane here, I have kept the faucets running on the cold side, but not on the hot side, so I can preserve when I turn it on to make sure that I have hot water. It's nothing that I can do with cold water. Like, you know, I just can't. If I turn that shower on, it's gonna have to be hot. And because it's this time of year, the cold water is ice cold. It's not just cold. So I don't see nobody jumping in that to take a shower. I bet it was horrible. Um, I don't know how to do a cold shower. I think I would go into shock. I'm gonna be doing like Tim said he did for Megan and Benjamin in boiling water. I cannot do a cold shower. Not even in the summertime, I can't do it. I still need a hot shower. He was bragging about being dirty. The brain cells you lost get through. Oh, goodness. They can make you feel remedial watching them. When I cover those cooking videos, that's exactly what I feel, because they do the same thing all the time in the kitchen, and you just find yourself repeating yourself. And it makes you wonder why they have not learned from the last time to do something different. They're just as inefficient in the kitchen as day one. And those boys just be looking like, oh my God, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. When are y'all going to figure this out so that we can eat? Amazing. It's amazing. And Grandma Lily used to tease that so bad. I didn't catch it back then, though. But now that we've come full circle, and she used to tease that, yeah, you can't help but feel like a genius with them, because woo, woo. Megan's is common sense. Tim's is both book and common sense. Oh, you said Tim lying. He didn't take no cold shower. He barely wants to take a warm shower. Yes, Big Rusty is what he is. That's why I'm like, do y'all think he really did that? Because when the water is flowing good, he's questionable. So you saying you went above and beyond because you smelled yourself? What does that chair smell like in that bedroom? What does that chair smell like? Y'all just saying amazing. Yep, Grandma Lily used to tease that real good. It's amazing. Amazing. Everything is amazing. Amazing and awesome. He was talking about generators and them already having gas. So that's why I'm confused about him having to do any of this in the first place. That's weird. And their stove and hot water heater is gas, right? Not electric. Unless it has an electric ignite, but still you can because I went through an ice storm before, when I had a house, and we had gas stove and hot water heater, and we were able to light it with a match and keep everything going. So we still had hot water, and we kept the stove and the burners on to heat the part of the house that we were in. The stove is electric. Oh, you're right. The stove is electric. Okay, maybe they don't have any gas that runs out there then. Maybe it's a full electric house. Them animals didn't make it. They didn't? Are y'all are saying y'all saw that they didn't make it? Like the coop was empty? Ooh, I gotta go watch this. I have got to go and watch this. I am gonna go watch it because I need to see this. Y'all, I'm sure we'll get a reaction on it tomorrow. He said he itch. You itch when it has gotten too bad. Like the only time that I itch is like it's summertime and I'm walking like for exercise, and then get in my car, headed home, trying to clean up, and I'm itching. Like the clothes and stuff I have on and that sweater, whatever, it has me itching. And that's the only thing I can think of for him itching is because he nasty. Nasty, nasty. Prayers for the chair. I'm surprised that chair did not go into that dump, as he called it, with everything else. Its life has been lived. He never admitted he lost animals. He should admit it because people gonna be asking. And when he first did that chicken run or whatever it is, I asked then, how is that gonna benefit those animals? The sides are wide open. And then you would think that since they invested in those birds, that they would at least fix that barn up to where they could be in there. Where that brooder is, they could have turned that into something for their chickens to make it through the weather. Just weird people. The chair's firewood, most definitely. Most definitely. If he's saying he smelled himself, he the one that sits in that chair, so what does it smell like? Him. After he needs a bath. Yeah, I'm guessing. I guess they have a full electric house. I don't know why I was thinking that they had any gas out there. I don't know. It was a reach. Maybe it was Grandma Lily. Did she have gas hooked up to her house? Or maybe I'm thinking about her water meter. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that they had gas for some reason. But y'all are right. It's electric. Unholy water. Put those freezers out there. Yeah, those freezers need to be out of the house. Clear up some space. They have a huge family. No electricity. What about the meat? That's probably what the generator is being used for. He probably don't care nothing about his family. Well, maybe no. Probably for the deep freezers. That's what I'm gonna say. That's probably what he's using the generator for. Yeah, I've never stayed in an all electric place when the weather was bad, thank goodness. I don't know what I would do. Because I think I've only ever had a wood burning fireplace once in my life. And that was so long ago. Yeah, I don't know what I would do with all electric and no electricity. You know, it's no way that I would have cleaned that camper out and saw that smushed rodent and that would have made it into my final cut. I just wouldn't have done it. Is Boaz's head still in that freezer? Is his head still in the freezer? Holding on to spirits and stuff. Like, let some of that stuff go. Mm. Yep, it's still in there. That's crazy. Somebody talked about the chicken broth, saying what all you need, like celery and stuff, and that it needs to simmer for hours. I'm like, yeah, Megan just made chicken water. Like, that was just chicken water. It was no broth. And then it still looked like innards to me and no bones. So I don't know what Megan made. Oh yeah, those dogs well, Gideon now help me eyes. He tries though. He tries to be a normal pet, and they say dogs are the most loyal creature, and that you can have a million friends, but you'll be your dog's only friend ever. And Gideon, they showed him a glimpse of what it could be like by taking him on vacation, and then snatched it from him and haven't given it back to him. And he's in the house with them because the weather is bad, but he's contained to that small kennel still. It's animal cruelty. Yep, chicken water. That's what she made because it wasn't no broth. It was on the stove for about 20 or 30 minutes. I'm gonna say about 20, and then she poured it over into her stuff. So it was just chicken water. What y'all talking about? Oh boy, ass with that bone broth. Oh, maybe that's why it looked like it did. Because that whatever that was she used in that pot looked like she should not have been using that to make anything tasty. Mm-mm-mm. Duck broth? Well, what part of the duck was it? Like I said, they cannot serve me hot or cold water. I'm good. I don't want nothing out their kitchen. Neck bone broth. Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm good on that. Chicken claw broth. Hot water sandwiches. Who saves that? Right. The innards. That's what it was. Innards. Innards. I didn't see bones nowhere. Everything looked smushy and gushy. It didn't look like it was nothing that was gonna be hard. I'm ready to throw up thinking about it again. He does need to back off. And we just saw his cooking earlier in this, so we know that he don't have no advice to give. It looked like chilling. It did. It was very dark. It got dark fast too. So she didn't render that from a bone. It was very dark, whatever it was. Like it's getting the blood that's in some innards or something. Ugh. Scooby eggs. See, she seasoned meat with ham. Yeah, she was gonna season meat with ham hock. Yeah, said they could smoke those ham hocks and season some meat with them. So Yeah, look, I'm about to get out of here. I hear you say I take the record for the longest live she's ever watched. We just be over here vibing, so you know, there's endless conversation to be had. Um, but I am going to draw it to a close. I love the vibe too. Heard from all the laughing. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to keep it together because if I start laughing, I'm not gonna stop. So, um, I have to stop thinking about what y'all have said because, whew, for two people that take themselves so seriously, and for us to be able to see the comedy in it, it's hard to start laughing and not stop. Good night. Yeah, I am gonna draw it to a close so that we can have uh something to talk about on the next one. Bible study. Those are the cleanest eggs. They are very clean. They still are sus. Those eggs are very sus. Not willing to have your phone taken tonight. I already took it once. Nia B, are you just coming in? I thought I've been seeing you. Or did you come back? Sharon, I took your phone once already. But I guess you can have it back since we're about to get up out of here. Um, good night, everybody. That's already saying good night. I am about to draw it to a close. I've enjoyed it live. Look forward to the next one. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward to the next one too. So I'll put it up on the community post when I'm going to do the next one. It'll probably be in like probably 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I'll do another live. So much fun. Make sure he gives us something else to talk about. It might be this video that y'all talking about now. I need to see what y'all talking about. Yeah, this time together. Yes. Glad. Sing a song. Had a great time together. I'm glad we had this time together as well. Tim is from wrong. Goat meat. And I am gonna have to do a video about what he did to become incarcerated. So that's gonna happen. And I think that doing that on a live will be great. Good night, everybody that's saying good night. I thank you all so much. 1,000 times over. Thank you for coming over here and joining me. But I am going to be covering him going to jail, but I want that to be one where people can come up and talk about it too. Yeah, that's how we're going to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. So I thank you guys for coming over here. Oh, he's coming for us. Probably. He probably is. He probably is. Yeah. But we got that. Good night. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And just pay attention to the community page. And the next one will be posted on there. But I'll see you guys on the next reaction. Bye. Look, I never know how to stop it. Never.